So we're on page 57 and 58, and we're still talking about painting. And one of the things to remember is to read the instructions at the top. So we've got this table to fill in with a lot of stuff for 1 through 25, and then 26 through 29. And we've got some things that they tell us to remember. For one, we have 2 3x5 windows in our walls, and 1 3x7 foot door. Okay, so we automatically have that. And we also assume that the paint is $16.50 per gallon. Okay, so we know that information there. So they give us the dimensions of the wall. So let's look at the first one there. We have a 9 by 12 foot room. So 9 by 12. We've got 2 windows, and we have a door. And then we know that our windows are 3 by 5, 3 by 5, and our door is 3 by 7. So we need to remember that 12 by 9 is how big this wall is. But we also have to subtract this 3 by 5 window, this 3 by 5 window, and this 3 by 7 door. So 1 3 by 5, 1 3 by 5, and 1 3 by 7 door. And that'll tell us the amount of area that needs to be painted. So in the table it tells you what is the total area. Well, we found that to be 108. How much of that total area is not going to be painted? Well, 15 square feet for each window and 21 square foot for the door. Add all those up and you get 51. So the painted area would be the difference between 108 and 51. So 57 feet would be painted. We're going to put 1 coat on there, and they're asking how many gallons are you going to need. Well, even though it covers 400 square feet, we don't need much of it, but we still have to buy a full gallon. And the gallon of paint is $16.50. So that's what we put as far as our cost of paint. You just do that with each one of them. So different problems, a little bit different multiplying, that kind of thing. All right, so 26 to 29. We're doing same kind of thing, only we are just concerned with paying the painters. So in the first one we have 2 painters, and it takes 12 hours, and each one of them is making $14 an hour. So what is the total cost for somebody to paint that room? It would be 2 painters times $14 an hour, so that's $28 an hour they make for painting for the 2 of them. Multiply that by 12 hours, and that gives you your answer there as far as how much it's going to actually cost you to paint that house. And I say that this should be 24. I'm sorry, I don't know why I put 28. Oh, I doubled 4. Oh, that was right, wasn't it? Okay, this was 12 hours, so that was 28 hours. Sorry about that. So I get myself in too much of a hurry. So $28 an hour because they made $14 an hour. There were 2 of them. This is how many hours it took them. So that's how you do 26, 27, 28, 29 without the mistakes that I made. When you look at page 58, 30 to 35, we're using a whole barn here, and they're trying to figure out how much it's going to cost to paint this whole barn. So it says it asks for the area of the longer side is 500 square feet because it's 50 times 10. The shorter side is 280 feet because it's 28 times 10. And then the hard part is the triangle part. So I'm going to put the triangle part on here because we're going to paint that too. So this is one side, and it's 10 feet high. And we know this is a 90-degree angle, and this is the shorter side. And we know this is 28, so that means this has to be 14 because it's half. It's halfway between here and here is here, so it's 14. So we've got 10 by 14, and if you remember from triangles, 10 by 14, the area of a triangle is always 1/2 the base times the height. So 1/2, the base is 14, the height is 10, so 1/2 would be 70. But we also have this side over here, which is also 70. So this whole kit and caboodle here is going to be 2 70s, or 140 square feet. So that's what you would put for 32. And you have 2 of those. So if you're painting both ends of this, you're going to have 2 of the 140 square feet. So just something to consider as you're doing these practice problems on pages 57 and 58.